Hello again, it's midweek, early April. I'm down the boat. One thing I really need to do today is to have a damn good tidy up on this boat. It's filthy. Not filthy and dirty, but there's sawdust all over the place. Can't find my tools. There's wood everywhere you look. I really need to spend a couple of hours tidying up, so that's what I'm going to do. I've also acquired some brand new pallets from a college that I used to work at. I'm going to get a regular supply of these, so I'm going to be ripping those down as well, and we'll take it from there. I might even get one of the vent grills on one of the doors, and I might even attempt to get the electric hookup on the outside. That's if I can find the top blanking cap, which is definitely somewhere on this boat. Anyway, let's go outside and make a bit of noise and wreck a few pallets. Nice day again today, beautiful. About 12 degrees, I think. No, it might even be more than last one in this batch, I think. These wrecking bars are pretty good, made by Roughneck. I've had this about 5-6 years, I think. Made a lot of stuff out of pallets. Occasionally when you're lifting these, they will split. Oh, look at that for timing. Like that. Not to worry. If we get a few out of this, that's fine. Can always use the small bits maybe. Or you can burn it, use it as firewood. I think pallets are made out of spruce and pretty durable. Right, let's get some denailing done. Denailing happens to be an old workmate here, which I'm putting to good use. I've got one on board, but it saves me bringing mine out. Someone's left it. Apparently, looks like it's repairable as well. So that should be good for somebody. Always make sure when I'm denailing to not throw my nails on the floor, so they're all in the pile on the boat. I'll move those later. A couple of boats have been moved today down here. I believe another one's been purchased, and there's a couple behind my boat near the train line side of the field that's doing a boat up. where the nails are bent, I'll get some pliers in a minute and pull those, straighten them up, and then push them through. Occasionally they will bend. The real reason that they bend is when you're pulling the or lifting the board out, the last bit that's still hinged, if you like, pinned to the rest of the pallet, if you don't lift it fully, as you pull that wood up, the nails will bend. So I must get into the habit of using the wrecking bar all along the plank. That way the nails won't bend and I can just bang them out nice and easy, like this. Quite a therapeutic job, this, denailing pallets, although I don't think I'd like to be doing it as a full-time occupation. Say again? What are you after?
You need just bigger. You need one. You know,
bigger one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have.
Oh, really?
These. Oh, I'll get rid of them. Store them. Store them there. For now. Get them out of the way. Cutting this down. Quick way to dismantle or dismember a pallet. Just like that. The rest of these, break them with a hammer, a lump hammer. Right, that's done. Just just need a small wrecking ball from home tomorrow to dismantle these. That'll do for now. That's another job nearly complete. Ripped those 5 pallets down. Got some good wood there, which I might well use for the kitchen doors, because I want to have it like a farmhouse style. I can biscuit joint those planks together and then put them through a thickness planer, and Bob's your uncle, as they say. Well, if I don't use them for that, I'll definitely have a use for them. Maybe even some plant boxes for the roof, or in fact these strawberry plants that you can see here. Another train is going by. Yeah, I've got a good few planks of wood there, and apparently there's more on the way. Right, quick cup of tea, rip the rest of the pallets down so I can store them on the boat or outside on the boat, and then we'll get on with something else, namely tidying up this bloody mess, which I'm ashamed of, but so I'm usually quite a tidy person. I tended to have left the boat quickly at times. Look, it's a bloody mess. Tools all over the place, look. Dirty cups because the cleaner's not been in again. Sawdust. Well, it's lunchtime, so I thought I'd have a bit of dinner. First cooked meal on board. Well, apart from being in a microwave. Let's have a bacon sandwich, I think. Got a pan somewhere. Get bloody oil open. Right. Some nice smoked back bacon here from Asda. Must say I prefer streaky, to be honest. I got no streaky bacon in today, so gone for the back bacon. Oh, look at that. Lovely stuff. Lovely. Couple of cobs, in fact, rolls if they're called, in some places in the country. So that's what I need to bring on this. Good thing with the boat leaning a little bit out in the field is that all the fat goes to one side of the pan, so I've got a certain amount of control. This is not going to be the permanent cooking area while I'm doing the boat up. I'm just trying this out. Can't believe it's not butter. I'd usually have anchor, to be honest, anchor butter or Lurpak. That's my favourite. But I'll just get this for now. But I got this before I was before I got the oil. Going to use it just to line the pan out. And this has got a higher melting point than Lurpak or anchor. Right, that is looking good. And it's very quick. Reminds me of my camping days when I was on the canvas doing the festivals in the early 80s. I think that is about done for me. Well, drop the knife, cover it in sawdust. Right, where's my cutters for the bacon? Oh, here they are, look. There we go. Can't beat bacon back. There we go. Gonna have a good clean up on the boat today and then concentrate on the fit out. Mainly because I can't find anything. I can't find things that I'm after. Tools and drill bits. I really need to have a good tidy up. I'm not usually this messy. Right, I should take that, get a cup of tea and enjoy. Get rid of that. Oh, knife can go on there, that can go in there. Right, time for a cuppa, I think. It's a lovely day again. Back down the boat. One of the things that I acquired last week was these doors off Freecycle. Wardrobe doors, as you can see. A couple of thick ones, about an inch thick, like 25, maybe even 30 mil. And then some thinner ones. Two of them are solid wood, I'm not sure what wood, and then the other three are, I believe, the internal bit is block board, but I'll see that when I cut them. I'm sure they're going to come in useful. In fact, I'm going to try today to line out the bow doors and the stern doors. I'll see how I go. And then I've also got the vents for the doors, so they're in here. I'll get the lid off. It's stainless steel, and they'll be fitted on the doors thus on the outside then I'll get similar ones for the inside. You see outside that I'm bothered about at the moment. And then also back, I've actually got my electric hookup, so I can fit that on the stern. Now I don't need to have a cable going through the hole where the vents are going to go. So I'll get a cup of tea and then we'll crack on. It's still quite early. It's about 9:15 and there's a lot of activity down here. Before I start, I'm just going to go and pop over, see a fellow boater. He wanted a bit of information about something, so I'll go and let him know about that supplier. Probably end up having another cup of tea there, and then I'll come back here and I'll make a start. I can't believe how bright it is today. There's a bit of a chill in the air, but I'll be doing most of my work inside. I can take the doors off to fit those vents. Yes, very bright. Get this door off. Let's turn it around the other way. I can work better like that, being right-handed. I suppose it's all psychological, really. Right, just take this off. Gaffer tape really does a job, although when you're trying to remove it, it can be a bit of a mess, but I'm not worried for now. I just want to get the vents on. I'll clean all this up at a later date when I put a final coat of primer on. Right, let's put that in the in my bin, plastic bag, which is a makeshift bin, and get one of the vents. Right, so nice fit. So it's going to go on there like that. I've got some stainless steel screws to go in there as well. So let me get that marked up. So the easiest way to mark this up is just do that by eye, so I know the parameters of that overlap. Roughly, and then I'll actually measure it. Yep. Haunted empty milk bottle. Right, so that's they're the sort of extremities, if you like. And we'll get a tape, rule, and we'll measure that up in a minute accurately. Right, let's get a tape. Tape. Right, these slots, I think they're about 4 3/4 inches, and the outside parameter of the perimeter of this, it's 6 by 6 inches. It's all measured in inches, not it's not metricated. Well, I'm not metricating it anyway. That leaves me 1 1/4 inches to play with overall. So 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 1 1/4 inches to pl half of inch and a quarter is what I'll have each side, hopefully, if my measurements are correct. So let's just move that out the way. Yeah, 4 3/4, bang on. It's time served builders, you know, boat builders, they always work in, well, they tend to work in inches. Some of them work in mil, I suppose. Anyway, yeah, so let's get a square, get that marked off, get it centre punched, get it drilled, get it fitted, and then the job's a good one. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some of this stuff around the edge, a bit of masking tape, and then I can see my my marks, pencil marks, a little bit easier. I must get myself a Chinograph pencil or pen. I think I'll order one of those. It's going to come in really really handy when I'm doing this metal work. Like I mentioned earlier, I'll remove all this residue with the gaffer tape at a later date. I just want to get these on temporarily. What I'm using stainless steel self-tapping screws for this, 1 mil. So I'll probably take them off a couple of times, 2-3 times during the painting process, and then if the hole that I've drilled has been tapped, or the actual screw works loose, I've got plenty of room then to put in a 2 mil or 2.5 mil pin or bolt, as they're called. So I can drill that out and then actually tap it and put my own thread in. I put a stainless steel bolt in, so it's a bit of protection, if you like, for the future. I've not got an engineer's square down here with me today, so I'm going to use, let's just mark that, roughly do that by eye again. Now I use my roofing square. At the end of the day, all I'm looking at is hello, can hear tractors moving. Is there a boat on the move down here? Possibly. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just using it to draw a straight line. Let's go with that. Where are we? That way. The holes that have been cut out with a plasma cutter are not exactly square, so that's why the lines that I'm drawing now might not look parallel to the edge. That doesn't matter, because what we're looking at is the finished product. Okay, let's just see where those lines are in relation to the edge. So we're talking, I'm going metric here, 80 mil from that side, 77 from that side. And now, what have we got from the bottom? 85, 85. That is spot on. So let's line this vent up. And we'll line it up from the bottom line here. I know it's going to be, by definition, it's going to be absolutely square. There we go, let's get a punch on that. There you go, there's the microphone switched off. Are we still there? Hello? Hello? Yeah. Right, let's punch that out. I've just bought this centre punch because could I find my old one? I've just been looking for a few drill bits that I need for this, and I find my old one. Say old one, and I've only had that about 4 years. So anyway, let's get on with it. Let's get the drill out, start making a noise. I'll just have a slurp of my tea. Oh, that's better. Alright, let's get the drill. I've got some compound, well it's similar to WD-40. I think it's called UD-40, something like that, when I'm drilling. I'm only using a 1mm drill bit, so let's see if we can get through without that coolant. And the final one. Right, make sure I don't snap the drill bit. Right, screws. So, what we've got here, make sure I don't drop them. Right, I've got a selection here of stainless steel screws. The ones I want to be using, I don't know what they are. I have actually tried this on the, in fact I'll show you. Just done a pilot hole on here. And tried that, so the actual, I know the screw will fit. Like I said earlier, this grill will probably come out a couple of times when I'm putting various coats of paint on, and this hole, or imagine that hole on the door, the thread, these are self-tapping screws, stainless steel, the thread will eventually wear itself out. So all I need to do is to make that hole bigger, maybe make it into a 2mm hole, and then actually tap it and put stainless steel pins in there. Or if I can get 2mm screws, or just under 2mm, with that type of head that will fit into the countersunk bit on the actual vent, I can do it that way. But I've got that safety mechanism, if you like. I've got that bit of insurance. So let's so we've got 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're not cheap, these aren't. Stainless steel screws. And these are marine grade. Is it A142 or something like that? We'll put those safe out of the way. And I'm going to enjoy a good screw. Did I say that? Right. I'm not even bothering about taking this masking tape off at the moment. Well, it was all going so well. I've only just gone and snapped the only drill bits I've got, so I've ordered some more. Should have ordered some anyway, to be honest. Cobalt HSS high-speed steel drill bits from Screwfix, so I'll pick them up either later today or more than likely in the morning before I get down the boat. I've ordered a selection actually, so hopefully I'll never run out again. Right, next job. I'm a bit disappointed about that, to be honest. Anyway, let's find something else to do. Let's get this hookup sorted out. I'm just going to punch a hole in the back. Put that away. Always helps when you put the switch the power on for the drill. The reason I'm not using my cordless is that it's just convenient. I find it more convenient if I've got a mains drill. Well, not convenient. I just prefer it when I'm drilling holes. Alright, so let's just go through that with a rotary file. Let's move you around there. Probably see better now. There we go. Job's a good one. Let's get a bit of cable, strip this down. There's various ways to cut cable. Well, thick cable like this. If you're just cutting one individual strand, use a automatic wire stripper, which I've not got here today because I've been doing some work at home. But I'll bring that tomorrow to show you if you don't know what it is. The other way to do it is to very gently use a knife to cut around that sheathing, and then you can pull it away, or you could cut very gently that way and make a little groove around there and then feed it back. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this method. Just got some standard wire strippers, very gently just going to turn that cable in there so it's making a indentation. I don't want to go too deep because I don't want to cut the sleeve in on the inner cable, and you'll find it just comes up nicely. And wiggle it about a little bit and it will not have cut that inner sleeving around there, so that is still intact. Right, once we've got that back, you could use some automatic wire strippers. I haven't got any, so that cable's going to come through there. I will put a grommet on here when I eventually fix this. So I'm going to leave about 40 mil on there. So let's just drop those, and then just use a standard method just to cut those. It says, there we go. I want to leave about, well, I want to take off about, what we're talking, 10 centimeters, sorry, 10 millimeters, 10 centimeters on there. Now I just twist those round, and then that will go in there, etc. I've done it 10 because it's actually, the cable goes in quite a way in here. Put that in, and then the jobs are good. I'll put the earth in first. Make sure you get these the correct way around. When you're looking at this, the coupler from the rear, the negative is on the left and the positive is on the right, as per diagram. If you get decent brands of these, you'll actually get a diagram, because there's no markings obviously on here, because they're not just made for the UK. I don't know if, I suppose it's standard. I don't know why there are not markings on here. Anyway, well, one way of checking, if you're not sure what goes where, and you've got a boat or a caravan with 13 amp socket installed, connect this up. As long as the earth goes to the big pin at the bottom, connect the other two up. Make sure no appliances are plugged in anywhere in any of your sockets, and then just use a mains tester like that, and it will tell you whether it's a correct way or not. You're not going to damage anything because you've already got a fuse or a circuit breaker in your consumer unit, and there'll be a trip on your hookup anyway. Just plug that in, switch it on, and it will soon tell you. But like I say, make sure, it's advisable to put make sure the earth is on the correct pin. Again, this will tell you. And if it's totally wrong, it will just, the RCD, residual circuit breaker, will just trip out anyway on the consumer unit. Right, if I just cut this cable back, I'll just show you another way of stripping this back. So these are the automatic strippers. So the idea is to put the cable into there, put it up to that stop. I've got it set at, this case, about 8-9 mil for another job that I was doing, and just literally do it like that. If those don't level up, just lock them up like that and it will release them. If one of them still stays down, just open them up and it'll be back to normal, and then you can just get it, and you've got the same, get rid of the sleeving, you've got the same distance every time. You can set that by adjusting that little screw there. What that will do, it will move that along. So that's another way of stripping the cable. What I will be doing, I'll be putting some ferrules on every one of my connections. I haven't got the ferrules I need for this, but I'll just show you what I mean. So I'll just move you up there a little bit. So this is a smaller one. They come in 3 different sizes, and they're colour coded as well. So I need the actual I want the blue ones for this cable, so it'll look something like that. That's for a smaller cable. So the idea is the cable pushes all the way in there, so it's actually, that is actually inside there. Obviously it'll be stripped back a little bit more, and then that is crimped. Okay, and then when that goes into your grub screw, your screw is not cutting into the cable, so there's no way that cable can be there's no way you can over tighten that grub screw and then cut that cable. Some grub screws have a little point on the end. We don't want to do that. What we will be doing is pressing on this ferrule. It's a far better connection. Blimey, I'm going to have to interrupt him. Don't he go on, that Beery Boater bloke? He never stops talking. Tell you what, join him next time when he'll be installing the fitting on the stern and finishing some other jobs off. Tatty bye.